I've been living from the neck up. Talk too loud but I don't feel much. All these colors in a clothes box, dust on every bright brush. Bare feet on the cold floor, body talking like it knows more. Little river in my loco, saying let me go, let me pour. I'm lighting up the waters of my fire, melting all the borders I acquire. Every breath I'm coming back to me. Wave by wave I set my feelings free. I'm lighting up the waters of my fire, letting every pulse take me higher. In my belly, in my blood I see, I reclaim, I remember me. Slow hips in a small room, orange glow in the half moon. Every sway is a soft yes, every tear is a sweet breast. Hands land on my own skin, say my name like it's new again. I am art, I am hunger, I get louder, I get younger. I'm lighting up the waters of my fire, melting all the borders I acquire. Every breath I'm coming back to me. Wave by wave I set my feelings free. I'm lighting up the waters of my fire, letting every pulse take me higher. In my belly, in my blood I see, I reclaim, I remember me.
Hey, this is Brindlewolf. You're listening to Rise Awakenings, part of the Rise Radio Network where advice meets action, with programs to spark your growth, lift your spirits, and help you rise into your potential. Rise Awakenings, hear the call. Through the static, we break the wall. Your station, your voice where dreams awaken and climb. Rise Awakening, now is the time. Rise Awakenings, let's rise together.
It's Brindlewolf and Diane, so listen up if you can. Yeah, journey with them
Welcome
today.
to the first episode of
They help you find
Phoenix
your
Talks,
way.
podcast.
Oh.
That's Diane and I are going to be bringing it
Mental
to you.
wellness is the
And we're going to be
topic of
talking
the hour.
about
Mental
various
health
different
and the
topics
power
that we
to tap
can
into
decide
our
we're going to talk about
alignment will lead to our refinement. Phoenix Talks, a show like you've never seen. Phoenix Talks, awareness that has never been. Phoenix Talks with Brindlewolf and Diane. Phoenix Talks, so tune in if you can, as they help us to transform and find refuge from the storm. Because all the branches they will climb for you, just in the nick of time. With Brindlewolf and Diane, Phoenix Talks, so tune in if you can, as they help us to transform and find refuge from the storm. Because all the branches they will climb for you, just in the nick of time. Because they have a lot to say. Yeah, you'll feel different in every way. Oh, in alignment they have flown. Your transformation will be shown. Phoenix Talks, a show like you've never seen. Phoenix Talks, awareness that has never been. Phoenix Talks with Brindlewolf and Diane. Phoenix Talks, so tune in if you can.
There's a shift in the room whenever I walk in. Conversation rolling suddenly loses its din. Background chatter creating stories without resolve. Judgments and opinions that never do dissolve. Comparison stole my joy, trying to fit another's choice. I am not you, you are not me. I am not him, nor am I she. I won't do things the way that they do. I won't change who I am to become what pleases you. Far too many people look at others through a lens, handed down by others, never giving them a chance. Finding proof in what they see from only what they've heard, rarely pulling to the side, discussing what occurred, drawing blurred lines, misreading all the signs. I am not you, you are not me. I am not him, nor am I she. I won't do things the way that they do. I won't change who I am to become what pleases you. You built a story before we ever spoke, believing in the whispers instead of what I wrote. You only see the picture painted by someone else, but I'm not living life to fit upon your shelf. You don't ask, you only judge, expecting something different, carry a grudge. But let me tell you, I am not you, never was. You are not me, never was. I am not him, nor am I she, never was. I won't do things the way that they do. I won't change who I am to become what pleases you. Hey everyone, and welcome to Phoenix Talks.
Hello, hello.
Sorry that song, fighting back tears a little bit, because it means a lot to me.
Yeah, that was fabulous. That is
you.
so powerful.
It really is. And
Thank
something
you for
that
sharing.
oh, you're welcome. And I know that a lot of people can relate to the message that's inside it.
Yeah. Heck yeah, we can all. So let's talk about this topic, because for some reason Spirit is like, do this one, do this one, do this one for
Right?
you.
Right?
Which is great, because that's less thinking for my brain, but you know,
My goodness.
there's a reason for it though, because we're on this journey of empowering ourselves along with and taking whoever wants to come with us, right? I mean,
yeah.
with what we practice and what we share. So for me, this topic of comparison is pertinent in this at this time. So what brought it up for you?
For a long time, like one of the lines in the song says, comparison stole my joy. And it's
It was powerful.
and and it's an ongoing battle.
Yeah.
Because of very old programming and very old spirals and mental loops and earworms that get stuck, hearing things that people say, watching things people do, feeling mistreated, being mistreated, and then having the expectation. And that's really what the core of the song and the topic is about: comparison from expectation. But actually false expectation, because once we start to get into our own minds, we might be right in what we think we're experiencing, what we're feeling, and what we're seeing, but we're only looking through the lens.
And honestly, I think we all struggle with that lens, because I myself, with my healing journey with my body, I'm comparing myself to an old version of myself. The version of myself I'm comparing myself to was the one that was super strong, super physically fit, super like flexible, did not know that I was that way until I feel all of this. And this is so dramatically different on the other end of the spectrum, that, and I know it could be worse. Listen, I'm so super grateful. But right now we're talking about comparison. And so I'm talking about that specific piece of the journey. I'm incredibly grateful for where I'm at, and that it wasn't worse. And I know that it's not worse, because I was meant to first experience that strength and that health, because
Right.
That's what's helping me not be worse. So that stayed with me for all those years. So, but in the comparison piece, when I do get down about my body, because that happens, I'm still human. And when I'm in pain, that's when we have to practice what we talk about.
Michael wouldn't want to cross you.
And all of that is the acknowledgement of how I'm comparing myself to a previous version of myself that had the time, the structure, the capacity, that had all these other things in place that allowed me to do what I needed to do to maintain. That ain't where I'm at now. And so I can't compare the two. It doesn't. So this is my conversation with myself. I'm recognizing and validating how, no, we cannot compare ourselves to who we used to be. We can only compare ourselves to who we're becoming now.
Right. And I know a few people who actually need to hear that, because they may have had an accident, or they may have had something with their physical health cause major changes in their life, and they can't do what they used to. They can still do a lot of things,
Right.
but they're so caught up in what they were able to do before that they can't find the happiness. No, they're allowing the comparison to steal their joy.
Yes, right. Now, granted, it's not joyful to have to rehabilitate yourself, and it's painful. I understand. The idea is not to shame ourselves, because
No.
every time we compare ourselves, we're shaming ourselves in any circumstance and situation. And I might have started with an internal example of this topic. And I know we didn't talk about what Phoenix Talks is. So if you're tuning in for the first time, we have a topic, and we don't talk about it until the show. So it's a raw dialogue between the two of us and the chat, and we're all hearing what we're going to say for the first time.
It's completely organic.
Yes.
Except for me writing a song and producing it, or producing and singing it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
It's a rule. Ixnay on the octave.
Yeah.
Nope.
So And so for me, it came up first to talk about the internal comparison, you
Yeah.
know, and my clothing in my closet remind me I'm not the person physically I was a year ago. And, so like I might have started with that internal thing, but where did that internal thing come from? That was programmed from the outside. And so every one of us compares ourselves to what we learn at that time is a baseline for what we're supposed to be and think and do and all that, the whole list. And that's where we really, really, really get trapped because we think that's the baseline when maybe that's toxic and unhealthy for us. So in what ways are we comparing ourselves in toxic and unhealthy ways because of external stuff? I know you got examples.
Me?
Oh.
No. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have any external examples at all. I don't know what you're talking about. I said it in the first verse. But actually, if you notice that the chorus is more of an earworm, I did that on purpose. That was intentional. I wanted it to be an earworm. I am not you. You are not me. That alone is something that not enough people embody on distribution or receipt. I am not him, nor am I she. There are specific people, and I won't go into details, but there are specific people that come to mind when I wrote those particular lines. I won't do things the way that they do, but I'm not going to change who I am to please you. The idea that we have of other people, we cannot say, well, why can't you do it like this? Why can't you do it like them? Guess what? Not every person is the same. But when we begin to have that expectation that every person is going to think a certain way, speak a certain way, act a certain way, be a friend a certain way, be a family member a certain way, be an employee a certain way, guess what, guys? You're going to find yourself holding a grudge.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to happen. It's not going to come true. When you set the bar so high with the comparison of how one person is and their viewpoints on how things should be in their eyes,
Mm-hmm.
everything else is a problem. And without even realizing it, the changes in behavior towards other people becomes apparent and obvious, seen, felt.
Mm-hmm. Right. How many of us grew up in homes where, well, such and such daughter does this, such and such a son does that. Well, how come why don't you do the same thing that Mary Jo does? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like and they mean well. Intentions don't erase impact. And it only is there to help us understand where they were at in their own limitations. Do we want to accept all of those comparisons as truth for us? What's really aligned with us? This topic falls so much in alignment with alignment that we keep talking about.
Maybe a little.
Right, because if we keep comparing ourselves to other people and to what is expected of, we create these expectations of ourselves that don't align with us. We're setting ourselves up to fail miserably when we compare. And a lot of us have been shamed by being compared. And shamed into doing things that are not aligned with us, shamed into masking, being somebody we're not, because in someone else's eyes, they're telling us what we shoulda, coulda, woulda, supposed to be doing kind of thing. So that's not in alignment with who we are. So stop comparing yourself to anyone or anything and create your own baseline. Well, how the heck do you do that? We talk about it on every show. We give you all the details on every single show.
One of us froze.
Oh,
there we go.
you have to. Yeah. Yes, we do talk about it on every show, how you can bring yourself more into alignment. So just go rewatch and re-listen at different points in your experience so that you hear new things and you can integrate the new things that you hear. Okay. Listen, comparison will block you from reaching your fullest potential because you're comparing yourself to something that doesn't accurately describe your own experience. You're placing your capability, value, worth, you're placing that in someone else's hands, because you're basically saying that I don't have on my resume what you have, so therefore I don't have the value. But that's where you end it. Like, instead of, okay, well, you're going to resonate and attract whoever you're attracting, and I'm going to resonate and attract with whoever I'm attracting because I have value with my gifts and abilities and my specific experiences. What we're doing is we're ignoring our laundry list of gifts, abilities, and experiences and valuing ourselves based on someone else's baseline. What's your baseline? You have to decide. And then you become unfuckwithable when people mess with you.
Yes, Michael, you got the Papa look. Because no, you didn't get one right. Because he was like, right, and it's shaming ourselves so they can't do it first, right? No.
Don't do that.
That's been my personal recipe for far too freaking long.
Yeah.
And I know you've heard personally how well that's been working. It doesn't. And when we hear, which I remember from a very young age, why can't you think of others the way that they think about you? Why can't you put other people first? It took a very long time. I'm not built that way. If I think of somebody and I reach out, it's because I actually had a pause in the trains going through my head just long enough to reach out and say hi. It never once meant that I didn't care. However, that was held over my head. And it happened so many times. I never really learned how to fix it. The only way to fix it is to move through it and actually act when the thought occurred. But then there's the thoughts of, well, do I have time? Is this going to interrupt? Am I going to be able to get back to this? Neurospicy. Always have been.
Yeah. Us neurospices, it's toxic for us to compare. Where there's comparison, there's self-judgment. And where there's self-judgment, there's no compassion. And without the compassion, we're going to stay on that shame hamster wheel for an eternity. That is hell. You're creating hell on earth for yourself. So we're not doing that. And you know what I started doing? Because I have the same exact thing, Michka. Identical. And I know everyone in that chat, I fucking really identical. What I started doing is putting a calendar reminder in it. If I checked in with myself and I didn't have the capacity, I pushed it. But what that started doing was sending out the energy of, I'm thinking of you. And a week later or a few days, I'd receive a message from that person. Hey, checking in on you. Now, I have everyone in my life trained to know time doesn't it's a time blindness thing too with the neurospices. We feel like we just fucking talked to you yesterday. 3 months later, oh shit. Sometimes 6 years to a year. It really depends on your relationship with the person. And so it's up to you to at least share those aspects of yourself as a neurospicy. Remember, we don't have to over explain, but we just have to say, hey, this is how it works for me. So please don't get offended. You are so very loved. If you ever need anything, you absolutely reach out. But I have no concept of how much time goes on in between connecting with you. And I feel like I just spoke to you yesterday every time we talk. So like you make them feel loved and you give an explanation for your shitty friendship skills. According to society's standards based on neurotypical capacity and expectations. Not neurospice, brains and nervous systems. Our social capacity is almost nothing. And we do quality over quantity. Our relationships are deep, solid, and tight because we get bored as fuck and understimulated with people who don't connect with us in that way.
But if you sit still long enough to listen to us, we'll keep you on the phone for 4 hours.
Mm-hmm. All this to say, you cannot compare yourself to anyone or shame yourself for any of your neurospiciness, period. You are your own unique individual.
And even if you're not neurospicy, even if you're not, because like she was just saying, I would think about somebody, be like, oh, I wonder what they're doing. And it wouldn't be long before they called me. But there have been enough that would specifically say, why am I the one that's always calling you? Do you know what's going on in my life? Now, that can be personal, but put it into you. Put it into your vocabulary. Do you know? I am not you, you are not me. You do not know. You can only assume. Unless you are living with a person and know exactly what their schedule is, what they're doing each and every day. You talk to them every night about exactly what they're going to be doing and planning that very day. You have no idea. And you also have no idea. And you cannot, and this is where we're going to flip sides on the comparison distribution. Because that's where the expectations come in. Well, I do this and I think this way. Why can't you? Because I'm not you.
Bingo.
And if you have the expectation that I'm going to respond to you the way that you expect me to, this is going to end badly. And has.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of because whenever I create a song, whenever I write the lyrics, I write them and I take them over to ChatGPT. What do you hear? Help me to create a prompt so that I can create the song over in Suno. My ChatGPT said, this one's different. This isn't like the last few songs you asked for help on. This one's personal. Damn right it is.
Yeah.
But I know so many experience it, which is why I was like, okay, Spirit, I guess it's my turn again.
Let's talk about it. I think as we heal and as we move forward on this journey, each time we compare ourselves, when we become consciously aware that, wait, am I comparing myself to someone else? There's a judgment in there for you to reach out and grab and examine for yourself. So, like, we're giving you so much relatable insight to different ways of seeing comparison in your experience, okay? And just sharing personal notes. But ultimately, it's we're laying out for you what you need to identify or what you can pay attention to in order to bring you to the understanding of what judgments you're still holding of yourself, what expectations you're still holding inside yourself, of yourself and of others even. And is that okay? Because a lot of times, like, that ties right into our people pleasing behaviors and our not setting boundaries and our not speaking up because, it goes against what we're being compared to. I have been judged tremendously throughout my entire life for not being great at sending thank you cards. Okay. Even when the internet made e-cards, still not great at it. You know what I'm really good at? Giving you a phone call and saying thank you. But the amount of shame that has been slathered all over me. Why can't you send a fucking card? Well, I'm cursing.
Thank you, Hallmark Industry.
When that takes about 20 spoons and I have 6.
I mean, seriously. Thank you, Hallmark Industry. It propagandized that shame.
But I want you to take a look at all the different ways expectations have been slathered all over you all your life in so many different ways. It's all like comparing you to what some subscribed standard somebody made up is. Is that your subscribed standard? You're gonna have to watch the replay and hear that again. It's poop. I love how you like whip it out on purpose. It's just the right time. You wait for it. I know it. So pay attention to yourself in those ways and see in what ways you're still holding all of those judgments and sabotaging yourself into maintaining them based on your behavior.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Make it stop. Let's take a look at something real quick.
Let's do it.
I compare myself to the factor of who I was before I became sick. I was working full time. I was doing other artist events. Then when I got really sick out here in Arizona, it really changed and I feel like my life is over. Guess what? I'm going to give you a news flash. And it's going to come across passive aggressive. It's going to come across as mean and direct, but you ain't dead yet.
Can I add to that?
Please.
You ain't dead yet. And that life that you knew is done. You're resisting the shift of something different because you feel now you don't get to do what you used to do. So you have to grieve. You have to allow yourself to validate that sucks and fully, completely accept where you're at in this moment and keep loving yourself through those cycles of life is over. Life's not over. It looks different. It just looks different. When we allow ourselves permission to say, okay, this is what I got to work with. What can I do? What can I do for myself that will bring me joy? What can I do in this moment for myself? How much time can I spend on the pain of, doing the small amounts that I can physically, like just giving yourself permission to let your life be different and finding ways to bring joy into what you're experiencing now through the pain and the struggle and the challenge of dealing with chronic illness and chronic pain and chronic whatever's going on with your body. I keep going back to that book, the Alchemy of Being a House, and about this woman living with her spine crushed and in a wheelchair her whole life because of a car accident at 6 months old, and the adapting to that kind of life. And I remind myself how, when I feel crappy about my own body, I remind myself of how powerful we are as human beings, how powerful we are as beings, period, having a human experience, and how we are so adaptable when we let ourselves believe that we can adapt, and we stop shaming ourselves for how long it's supposed to take, what it's supposed to look like, how we're supposed to do it, when it's supposed to happen. If we get rid of all that crap, stop comparing ourselves, and decide what our baseline is going to be, we get to choose what we do, when we do it, how we do it. And then we get to build ourselves back up from scratch to wherever our next stage is going to be. It may never be what it was. That's okay. We weren't meant to experience that for an eternity. Maybe we were just meant to experience that for that season, and we're supposed to adapt to this season. So when you take comparison away, you give yourself permission to build you. Who are you? In this now, not in yesterday.
Far too many people act like they have brittle bone disorder or disease or whatever that's called. But you know what brittle bone is? It's where if you break a bone, you cannot move until it heals. Do you know that? And a lot of people act like they have it because of whatever happened. Well, broke bone, can't move.
Yeah. Stop shaming yourself. Comparison is basically shaming and judging yourself and placing everything's expectations on you instead of deciding for yourself what you expect of yourself, what your core values are, what you want to align with, what your next course of action and goals are. Maybe your goals are do the dishes. Okay. Go for it. Stop judging yourself.
I want everybody to see this one, not that one, this one. Broken spirit can't move, but you can.
I want to know what that means to you, Cinder Kittens. Give me one more sentence on what that means to you. Because I can assume what I would interpret that as, and so can Micah in his own experience. That is a massive statement. So I want to
really
make sure
is.
we understand what your feeling on that is.
Yeah, and I actually want you to embody the statement that you just made. That's why I put it up there. Broken spirit can't move, but you can. Now, you can move your broken spirit. You can shift it if you want to. You can stop comparing yourself to the then.
I'm gonna interject as Reverend Diane here. And just share that it's not your spirit that's broken. Technically, I want you to stop telling yourself that. We are these beautiful, powerful beings having this human experience. The human has experienced so much fucking crap that you don't have hope anymore. You lost hope is what you lost. You're never broken, but you lost hope because this vehicle that carrying us is fucked up and not doing the same thing that it was doing. So our spirit is what's going to revitalize our hope and re-energize us to take the actions that we need to take in order to shift our experience. Okay, that doesn't mean we're going to perform miracles and like our body's going to be like it was when we were 20 years old. No, That's not how it works. But we are going to create the best life possible for ourselves, because it's up to us to restore hope for ourselves. It's up to us to lean on individuals who are supportive and loving like us in this community, because you are never broken. You are never broken, ever.
That's a lie.
Your human experience has sucked, and that's where you can decide, I want to do things differently. I get my body's taking a break from being human because my body's like, fuck this. I can't, it's cool. I get it. You know, we ain't dead yet. Circling back to the original statement. We ain't dead yet. We're still having this human experience. We get to decide what that looks like. We didn't break, or we just got to fucking change the oil in this machine.
My swear
Change
jar is
some
getting
parts
filled.
out, you know, like, what was that, Micah?
I said my swear jar is getting filled today.
It is. It is. I'm doing a lot of Jersey talk. I'm doing a lot of Jersey talk today because I hung around two people who lived in New Jersey for a while. So there's Jersey energy around me today.
Let's swoop to somebody else. All right. I had told myself for years, Bubble Kitten says, when I'm 40, I will have a happy family, a house, a car, a career, all the happy things. I look at myself and I have my kids and I live in someone else's house. That's one of the comparisons my brain does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bet it is. And
let's talk about healthy comparison. First of all, there is no better or worse. There's just different experiences. Some of them feel like crap. Some of them don't. So your expectation and demand on yourself, your projected expectation onto yourself about what you decided when you can't predict the future way back when, what your life was going to look like. You couldn't predict that you were sold a lie. You couldn't predict that you would endure a lot of abuse because of a system that's broken that lied to you. You couldn't predict what your body was going to do. You couldn't predict all the things that you had to experience. So you're holding on to this fairy tale idea that the programming sold you was going to be the case to make you to go through with it. That's a lot to swallow. So you're comparing yourself to a system that lied to you and you're to a fallacy that doesn't exist for what you ended up actually experiencing. I'm not saying it doesn't exist out there. You have to align yourself to that reality, but you can't align yourself at that reality when the system is selling you the lie and they're lying to you about what abuse is. It's been normalized. They're lying to you about your value because your value is based on your productivity. And, you know, it's a big thing to swallow. We cannot compare ourselves to the idea and the fantasy of what we were told we should expect in life, right? Let's do expectations based on reality, based on realistic goals and objectives, based on what efforts we can put in now. We can only compare ourselves to what we know about ourselves in our hearts. Okay? Deborah says, your mindset is powerful. What you feed it is important. 100%. Absolutely 100%. What are you what are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself, I heard what you said and I read what you said on the screen like everyone else. And what I heard was, oh my God, what a blessing. You're safe in a home with a roof over your head. I know it's not the ideal situation. It's a safe stepping stone, even if it's not healthy completely. It is a stepping stone. And that at least is somewhere more solid to start from. in some capacity. I'm not saying that, any other situation can't also be, but like there's always are we comparing ourselves to something that isn't realistic, or are we comparing ourselves to the reality that exists right now in front of us? So that was a lot. I'm talking tonight.
That's okay.
Being happy with what you have.
I'm just the
Gratitude.
animated one.
Yes. Deborah says, be happy with what you have. Yeah, gratitude. Gratitude is the fastest way to get out of comparison. Thank you for bringing that up, Deborah. It is the fastest way to get out of comparison.
Yeah.
You want to get out of comparison quick? Start listing your gratitudes of everything in your life, period. Just randomly start listing stuff and why. Don't forget the reasons why, because you need to believe it.
See, I knew when I came up with this topic that you would have more to say about it than me. And that wasn't a comparison. That wasn't an expectation. And I don't feel anything because of it. It was just something like, is she going to be...
Yes.
But that's okay. That's okay. And in you can actually observe in real time the micro levels of comparison that could be going on right now, and because she's starting to get mindful of the fact that she's doing a lot of talking and I'm not. So she could actually take that to a completely unhealthy place and be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry I did all the talking. Girl, I don't fucking care. So
sometimes it happens. But yeah,
But how many can relate to that specific dynamic? And how many times do you compare? Oh well, I wasn't able to get much in. She did all the talking. She didn't want to hear what I had to say. Well, that's something else that I can relate to, which I wrote into the first verse.
Yes.
Walk into a room, conversation rolling, suddenly loses its din.
Mm-hmm.
How many times do you feel like that? You ever feel like that, where you walk into a room and whether they do or not, whether you can see them do it or not, do you feel like you walk into a room and suddenly everybody... Do you? I have.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was taught. That was the basis. And not a lot of people know that. That in my foundations, that's how I was treated. So when that would actually happen to me, and Sheila, you got mental a moment ago about feeling like you just killed the chat.
No, you didn't. She
No, you
talked
didn't.
about Willis.
It's still going. It was your turn.
Yeah, that's all good. This is all juicy stuff because this is the dirty part. This is the healing part. This is the part that's messy. This is the stuff we gotta talk about. And comparison destroys your confidence. You're talking about walking into a room. If we walk into a room and see people's behaviors and then start comparing ourselves to what they might find more palatable, or some other kind of whatever, wherever our brain's going to take us in that moment, we're not confident.
Right.
When you walk into a room confidently, you don't give a rat's ass what anyone else's behavior tells you. It tells you about them. It says absolutely nothing about you. Walk with confidence. Feel confident in yourself. That can't happen if you're comparing.
It will steal your joy, your confidence, your self-worth, your happiness.
Yeah.
your health.
I started a tab, Bubble Minty. I have an open tab now. There's this running thing where every time I curse, I have to donate to the station. That's a rule I made up for myself, and that's my way of contributing. Because it just flows out sometimes. I don't care.
Oh, if this were an older DJ's show, he used to have a cha-ching every time swearing happened. Cha-ching. And there were sometimes they would just go cha-ching, 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 cha-ching.
That's what I need. Every time I curse, money comes my way. Let me shift that. Let me put that out there. Oh, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I'm reading.
Okay. Here's a question for everyone. Do you matter to you?
There it is. Okay. I'm just going to read this one.
Okay.
This one says, it's going to cut it off. So I'll just read it. It's like what you said earlier, Michka. I haven't been writing what I'm supposed to because I don't know if it would matter. It goes so into would anyone read it? Okay, got you. Would it matter? Would anyone believe me? Blah, blah, blah. That's why I hesitate. After our session, I was like, screw it, write it anyway. I'm glad you did say screw it and write it anyway. And there's billions of people on the planet. You mean to tell me you don't believe that like 5 of those billions of people on the planet aren't going to be hugely inspired and impacted by your words? Like,
You know, I'm not where I want to be as a coach. I'm not where I want to be as a reader. I'm not where I want to be as a radio owner, musician, singer. I'm not where I want to be. But you know what? In everything that I just listed, I touched someone's life.
that part.
I impacted someone. And that matters. Because that's why I do it.
Absolutely.
Most people have gaslit me for a long time saying, oh, well, it looks just a little too much like Michka. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Or they've gaslit, oh, well, you're just doing this for yourself.
If Rise Radio had to compare itself to like Z100 in New York City, you know, like, like you can't compare the two. Z100 had to start somewhere before they got financial assistance and sponsors and all that stuff. They started out like Michka and Rise Radio are starting out. And so, you know, and this is a good time to plug Founders Day tomorrow.
Yeah, because, you know, a lot of people, when it comes to radio stations and it being in the Smuliverse, as some people call it, where it's everyone who's a part of the station, all it is just music, and you just sit and you listen and you gather in a chat room and you go back and forth and you talk, play, throw stickers, this, that, and the other thing. When Rise was created, I knew that was a starting point, but that's not what it was going to become. And it wasn't just so that I could make a living, even though the amount of hours that go in each week, it is a full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I promise you, the pay that you're getting now is nowhere near the hours that you're putting in. This is literally a labor of love.
Yeah.
It's
not just to validate and say, hi, look what I can do.
Right.
Now, okay, we'll call a spade so that anybody who sees this outside of the live or the whatever. Yeah, I have done a lot in my life with Smule, with radio stations, so that I could get praise. All right? There, I said it. And I mean it, because it's true. I sing a lot less now. I feel the need to sing a lot less now. I feel the need to throw it out there. Hey, look what I can do a lot less now. It may not appear that way, but now it's advertising.
Right. Because you stopped comparing yourself.
Rise ain't for everyone. Rise ain't like nobody else. And we're just going to keep growing. We're just going to keep plugging along somehow.
Somehow. So
But we do need your help.
We do need your help. And I would say the biggest help you can give us is to share. But share like what it means to you and how valuable it is and why because this is all volunteering for us. Whatever we do, Rise Radio is 100% volunteer driven and 100% out of Michka's pocket. So like, I pay for to do the Bloom. Like I pay for the show, you know what I'm saying? Because Michka's time is valuable to me and I can't do what he does and I wouldn't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm going to pay him to do it. You know what I mean? But that's not even remotely covering a fraction of what he has to do, even just to do my show, So like, it's mostly generosity on his part. And it's certainly generosity on all of our parts, but joy. Like it brings us joy to do what we do because we feel like this is necessary. It's necessary for us to share our knowledge with individuals that can't necessarily do the program that's thousands of dollars.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
This is a community platform and it's free to the community so that you can thrive with us.
Right. Absolutely.
Like,
and I'm not the only one who puts in a lot of work. Amanda puts in a lot of work because she does a live jam over on Smule every Monday. She helps to put together 3 songs over in the Resonance every other 2 or 3 weeks or however long it takes to put those together, which I have a special announcement tomorrow on Brindle's Vision about that you're not going to want to miss. But I'm just going to drop that in there right now. But
I know it's going to be such a great day.
Because there's something special cooking for the Resonance very soon. But she also does Mystic Mist. And if she doesn't get enough music, she stalks pages and loves doing it.
That takes hours.
Michael has donated so many
hours. Weeks
of time.
Yes.
To create one of the most beautiful websites I have ever seen. And he just keeps making it better. I don't even ask him. It's a labor of love for him.
Yes. I am so proud of the team that's joining forces together to keep this going and keep this alive. That says to me that we are serving a greater good here, a greater purpose here, and this is valuable and important. So share with whomever, share the story of why this is important and what it means to you. And I think the more folks realize like, oh, this is actually really a service to the community. This isn't a joke. These folks are really serving the community. Like it's a little easier to want to support an organization or some kind of project or whatever we want to throw Rise Radio under as far as categories go. It's easier when people know why. Why are they important? Why do we need Rise Radio? So when you share, I implore you to share the why. Okay. And I know I think this is really we've kind of started talking about our why just recently. I'm not even sure that we used to talk about it. We just did it.
Yeah.
But I feel like we've done it and it's become, and it evolved this way because of the why. It's to help you guys
Right.
along this crazy journey.
Right. And there are many things that happened this year that I won't talk about because I have nothing nice to say about it. But there are many things that happened this year that have had made us look at the why a little bit more closely.
Yeah.
And in order for us to continue as we are now, it requires some help.
Yeah.
And we've all had to kind of step out of our comfort zones and say,
We need help.
we need you. I need you. Rev D needs you. Another quick shout out to Bubble Kittens, Stephanie,
Yes.
because she makes sure that Embers of Light over on Facebook is always rolling with the show information
Yes. Yes.
to make sure that everybody on Facebook is in the know and what's going on. She moderates all of the shows. All of the shows.
Yeah. We are
And
accepting volunteers. That's another, we
Yeah.
are certainly accepting volunteers always.
Yeah.
And so you get interviewed, Mike and I, it's a process because we care so much about the station and want to make sure the representation is what it needs. And the capacity of the person is going to align with the needs of the volunteer position. So
Right.
it's just literally like, is this a match? Can
Right.
you help us with X, Y, and Z? So
Yeah, I
we're
wanted
always
to
open.
shout out to Bubble Minty Gum, Nami, as well, because she helps to moderate in my Twitch chats as well to make sure that we don't have any foul play or bots.
Thank you. Everyone who supports us with their time and energy and effort and love and attention, there's not enough words to express the amount of gratitude
No.
and how it humbles us. I think I can speak for both of us because every time we hear someone wants to help, we're like, really? Like it really, it feels, we feel supported and held in those ways. And for that, we're eternally grateful. So
Yeah.
it's even harder for us to ask more of you,
And to our current Embers of Light subscribers, thank you so much for your monthly donations. They do help it, and never feel like it's not enough, because every little bit helps to make sure that this keeps going.
Yeah.
A cup of coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, that's I don't have that website, but same idea.
Yeah.
Is a monthly subscription. Your cup of coffee.
I think we should have another raffle. I think we should keep that going after the one we announce. I think we should do another one.
Well, maybe we can do that, especially since all of Awakenings is going silent next week. So
Okay.
maybe we can extend that a little bit more, and I'll talk more about that tomorrow on the core.
Perfect.
Which, let's give them the full breakdown for tomorrow, real
Okay.
quick, because we are over on time. But hey, who cares? We got Raise the Phoenix. Founders Day is tomorrow. Not Annie. No, get out of my head. Nope, not singing it. Raise the Phoenix, and it's going to be starting at 11 a.m. with the core. And we were hoping to have a surprise for you guys, but unfortunately it didn't work through. But the Oracle will be here to bring you another round of Can't Make This Shit Up.
Yes.
And then immediately following, there's not going to be a break because Amanda managed to get a little bit more music than she has time to play in the 2-hour time slot. So she's going to be beginning as soon as I let her know that we're clear. And that's going to switch over to Rise Radio on Zeno.fm for Mystic Mist. Then as soon as she's done, I'm going to be going live right back here at around 2:30 for an entirely original show. No messages. I'm not giving any messages tomorrow. I will not have time because I have 30 songs to share with you from the Rise Radio and more.
Thank you, everyone who shared music. That is amazing and so fantastic how everyone pulled together all their music for this. That's amazing.
And I have sampled all of it, so I have heard some of what's coming your way. And oh man, you are in for a treat tomorrow. You are in for such a great treat tomorrow. And then, excuse me.
You'll catch the replay, Cinder Kittens.
Yes. Which, by the way, all of the show tomorrow, I don't have to edit it. It's all going to Spotify. So if you turned in an original, Spotify is gonna you're gonna be heard there.
That's
And iHeartRadio, and Amazon Podcast, and
Yeah.
Apple Podcast,
Yes.
and my YouTube, and my Twitch. So all over the place, getting you
Yep.
out there. Didn't even have to pay a single dime. All you got to do is send it to me. Right after that, we got Michael J coming up with Defining Your Character, and he's got quite a list too. He's also going to be doing a drop show for as long as he can go. And then right after that is Honky Tonk Heaven with Will Iomi. And both of those shows will be over on Rise Radio. So once my show's over, you can just switch and you'll be done for the night. You just click over there and you're all right. And by the way, the website was just updated. So now if you are a member to the website, whether you are a free member or a subscription holder, you can enable alerts for when a show goes live.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't even have to remember times. Yes, that was literally announced
Isn't that amazing?
right before the show started today, and I'm so happy. Michael, thank you. Love
Thank
you.
you, Michael.
But
Cool.
Will's planning on going until almost midnight tomorrow night. So
That's gonna
we're
be awesome.
literally from
The
morning
whole
to
day
night.
almost.
The whole day. Nothing but Rise Radio music. And I am so grateful for everybody who has pulled together and sent in music for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, I'm about talked out. Are you?
I think so. I'm not comparing myself anymore to anyone or anything, especially not an old version of me that is complete with that cycle of life.
And don't become what someone else wants you to be.
Please
Don't change who you are because somebody tells you that you're not enough
Please
and
don't.
that you don't live up to their expectations. You'll never be able to if they tell you even once that you haven't lived up to their expectations and there was a fallout for it. You've been told. You have that lesson.
Yes.
And you can let it go, hold your boundaries, hold yourself, maintain who you are. And if they don't like it, they have the opportunity to gratefully leave.
You got this.
And there was a hidden message in that for some people that if who I am is not enough and will never live up to other people, I'm okay with that. I love you. Anyway.
Love yourself anyway.
Guys, keep going, keep growing, and keep glowing. Love yourselves, okay?
See you on Founders Day.
See you tomorrow.
One day more.
But first, just in case you missed it the first time.
Yes. Listen carefully.
There's a shift in the room whenever I walk in. Conversation rolling suddenly loses its din. Background chatter creating stories without resolve. Judgments and opinions that never do dissolve. Comparison stole my joy, trying to fit another's choice. I am not you, you are not me. I am not him, nor am I she. I won't do things the way that they do. I won't change you, I
pleases you. Far too many people look at others through a lens, handed down by others, never giving them a chance. Finding proof in what they see from only what they've heard, rarely pulling to the side, discussing what occurred, drawing blurred lines, misreading all the signs. I am not you, you are not me. I am not him, nor am I she. I won't do things the way that they do. I won't change who I am to become what pleases you. You built a story before we ever spoke, believing in the whispers instead of what I wrote. You only see the picture painted by someone else, but I'm not living life to fit upon your shelf. You don't ask, you only judge, expecting something different, carry a grudge. But let me tell you, hey, this is Brindlewolf. You're listening to Rise Awakenings, part of the Rise Radio Network where advice meets action, with programs to spark your growth, lift your spirits, and help you rise into your potential. Rise Awakenings, hear the call. Through the static, we break the wall. Your station, your voice where dreams awaken and climb. Rise Awakenings, now is the time. Rise Awakenings, let's rise together.